Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thursday morning, first week of April 2026. And here we are looking at the XAU USD gold chart on the 10-minute time frame. Let me just make the chart a little bit bigger, easier for you to see. And let's see what's happening, what's going on. Give me just a minute to check my live stream is all good. And looks to be. And just post around a couple of places. And then I'll explain what in my Telegram channel. Give me 1 second here. I'm just trying to get organized. Find the
Hey,
channel. Oh, okay, back to the chart now. And let me explain just what I've done here. You can see I already have an entry price, and I have my stop loss here and my take profit one here. And I'm going short, bearish on the gold today. The big charts, let's see, the weekly has a bearish bias. The daily has a neutral bias, and the 4-hour chart bullish bias. So, as we all know, the markets are very, there's a lot of turmoil, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of not clear direction. But I'm bearish, all right, based on my strategy that I use and the way I look at the charts. And this is the way I see the charts, guy. I'm not suggesting or recommending that you take the same trade that I do. You can if you want to. It's up to you to manage your own account, use good risk management, trust your own strategy, whatever it is you use. And yesterday we're looking at the FOMC. This is very late after midnight in Indochina, where I am, Southeast Asia. And we had the FOMC, which is where they come out and let everybody know what the Federal Reserve is thinking about inflation and about what they might do with the interest rate on the U.S. dollar. And initially, when uh, the when the speech started, when they released the data, the minutes, we had a green candle, but then reality kicked in, and they gave all of that back on the second candle, on the 10-minute time frame, and then it just continued bearish. And generally speaking, when the Asia market opens, as it has now, you will get a continuation of the same move as when the U.S. market closed the night before. And that's what we're starting to see is bearish movement. All right. Now I took a trade, and you might ask, well, why did I take a trade here? This is the trend line strategy. And what you can do once it's bounced off of the trend line, you can take a trade off of the bounce. And I saw that this is like 3 touch points. This is the second touch point and the third touch point. And I took a trade off the bounce, a little bit slow to get in, but I let it move and looked like it was definitely a bearish candle. Just adjust that a little bit. And
Look at me.
so I went in right here. This is my entry price at 47.10. And of course, when the Singapore and Shanghai market opened, as they have done just now, 6 minutes ago, then we do get some volatility here before it actually shows us the direction that it will be taking for the rest of the duration of the Asian market. And I have a stop loss here. This is $25 above my entry price, 250 pips. But it looks like, well, we don't know yet. Let it play out. Hey, Juan, I'm good. Good evening to you. Good morning from me here in Southeast Asia. I'm very good. How are you doing? We've got a few people watching. If you're watching now, be sure to let me know where you're watching from, what part of the world you're in, and of course, don't forget to click that like button. And this is again, this is my trend line strategy, and you can take a bounce off of the trend line, which I did on this candle just before Asia opened. Actually, I saw a nice. This is my third touch point, a bounce from that candle, from the a bounce from the trend line, I should say, a bounce from the trend line, and then I went short right here. And then Singapore and Shanghai have opened on this first candle here, and we're getting a little bit of playing around, finding direction. And I did initially jumped real right down here, and now it's just kind of come back up, touched the trend line, retested the trend line, but it looks to be respecting the trend line. We got three touch points right here together, and another one in the past. With my stop loss 250 pips away, $25, and my first take profit here is 46.69, 46.70. So that is a $50 take profit and a $25 stop loss. 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio if you follow that sort of thing. Well, thank you very much for saying that you enjoy the stream. I do appreciate all the positive comments. Thank you. And I think you're saying you're not in the trading yet. You're saying you're not in the trading yet. That means you haven't taken a trade on gold just yet. Good morning, Raj. No, I'm short. I think you can see on my chart here. I took an entry off just before Singapore and Shanghai opened. I took an entry off of this bounce of the trend line, and then it went a little bit in my direction, but it looks like it wants to turn around. Looks like it wants to turn bullish. We'll just wait and see. I'm short. I went short at 47.10
Look at me.
with my stop loss $25 away from that, 250 pips. No, sorry, $15 away from that. Why did I say $25? $15 away from that, 150 pips. And yes, my bias is bearish today. We had the FOMC last night, and initially the first candle I didn't up for that. It's too late for me. That's about 2 o'clock in the morning here in Bangkok. Yeah, it looks like it wants to go up and grab my stop loss right now. We'll see. It happens. I might have been a little bit early to jump in here. I know. I don't often, sometimes I'll take the bounce. Typically, with this trend line strategy, I wait for it to break above and then I will go long, or break below and then I'll go short. But my bias is bearish, so I decided to take the bounce right here. This candle just before Singapore opened, I took the bounce right here. little bit. I just let it come down after it bounced. This is three touch points here, and I let it come down a little bit, and then I went short. And then Singapore opened. It continued short for a little while, about 3 or 4 minutes, and then it went back up. So the weekly chart is bearish on gold. The daily chart is neutral, and the 4 hour chart is bullish. Whoa, let me go. Let's see. Oh, you're joking. Okay. Oh, good morning, Howard. You're working, just listening. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to click that like button. There was a random sound saying, look at me. Oh, yeah, I have that's my alert on the trend lines. And Raj says, nice call yesterday. It sold off like your Elliott wave. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, joke, joke, joke. It's fine, it's cool. It's just a little bit hard for me to catch the jokes this early in the morning. Oh God. Yeah. Um, all my trend lines, the closest trend line that I have, okay. You see you if you highlight the trend line and then you can oh, it doesn't show on my streaming. Let me go over to the okay, it doesn't show. That's funny. Okay, it doesn't show on the streaming, but if you highlight the uh, trend line and then you can go up and you click the little clock and it says create alert, which I do have. I already have. It doesn't show on the streaming for some reason, but on my actual trading view, I have an alert set and you can set it for a sound. You can have it send you email, SMS, whatever you want to do. You know, it's very, very, it's good. It's very, very, gives you a lot of different options, how you want to be alerted. So I have an alert if, oh, it smells my trend line. It smells my, smells my stop loss right now. It smells my stop loss. It might go up there and whack that. Okay. In fact, I might, let me give that maybe another $5. I don't know. 47.25, 47.30. Yeah, I'm just going to give my stop loss another $5 there. Let it have some breathing room. I typically do put it a little bit tight. That's well, that's a that looks like too much breathing room there now, hey. But it's still it's a small lot size, and it's well within my risk management protocol that I use. 47.21 now, and also the reason I have a bearish thinking in my brain on gold is because of the Strait of Hormuz was closed again. Last night, you saw the breaking news that I posted in Telegram that the Revolutionary Guard for Iran has closed the strait. They only let two tankers out yesterday, and they closed the strait again because Israel was bombing Lebanon, and they didn't like that. So they want a ceasefire, a complete, total ceasefire in the Middle East. And Trumpy Dumpty said, "Well, that Israel bombing Lebanon, that wasn't part of the deal." So the ceasefire that they've come to terms with is very fragile. It's not poured in concrete. There's a spirit out there. Tell me not to trade tonight. Okay. You don't have to trade every day. That's fine. I don't trade every day. If your mindset is not there, then best just to stay away from it. So what do we get there? So far today we've had a high of 47.23 and coming back down. It looked like okay now it looked like it didn't want to chase after my stop loss. I put it too far away. Okay, maybe. We still got another 2.5 minutes on this candle. It can still go up. Does anybody else have a trade open? Or are you just waiting? Raj, Howard, anybody have a trade open yet today? Singapore and Shanghai are now open. They opened 18 minutes ago. Sometimes it's a little bit slow. Sometimes we can get a good move. And I have already gone short. I went short on the bounce from the trend line right here. This is just prior to Singapore opening. I decided to take that's a 3 point touch there. So I decided to go short on that bounce. And we're at 47.23. That's $13 away from my entry point at 47.10. And we got another 1 minute on this candle. Let's see what it's going to do. That's a big ass bullish candle there, followed by another bullish candle. But when I set those trend alerts, if it breaks above the trend line, my alert is look at me. That's the sound I get. Plus, it will send me an email in case I'm away from the charts. I can see it on my phone. Then, if it breaks below the trend line, I have a different sound. It says, hey. So I know which direction it's going. That's in case I'm not looking at the charts. So let's look at oil. What's oil? Oil has climbed up. See, this is another reason that I have the bearish mindset on gold this morning because of the close of the Strait of Hormuz last night. The price of oil is going back up. It came down to $86, I believe it was. Now it's gone back up to 92. We just look at that chart right quick. Yeah, see? So that's why I'm bearish on gold. One of the factors. After the Strait of Hormuz is closed, of course, I mean, it makes sense, you know. That's the way it was before. And oh, I got my chart all screwed up now. There we go. Okay, now it's coming back down. It's 47.16. You would say, well, if it's going to be bearish, Rick, then add another trade here, right? Go short again. No, I do not add. I do not add to a losing trade. Right now, this is where I entered the trade. I went short right here. So this is a losing trade. I will not add to a losing trade. I will add to a winning trade. If that comes down in this area here, then I will add to a winning trade, sure. But I never add to a losing trade. You say, well, you can get a better price. Yeah, You can, maybe, and then it can also go back and you get whacked for twice as much as you started with. It's just not part of my strategy to add to a losing trade. What do I got here? Musty Bow, that's a new one. Camden. Can't quite see that. Let me expand my Musibao Kamrudin. Uh, yeah, I got you, Raj. I like to slip. That's what I do. I flip over to the 5 minute chart every now and again. And we can just do that right here, eh? I have a special 5 minute chart. I don't, if I go to the 5 minute here, it might, yeah, it won't show streaming. Yeah, well, it might. Let me try that, see if it doesn't screw up my streaming. I've got a chart, Raj. 100 simple moving average here. And if it's below this 100 simple moving average, that's a bearish bias. Okay, I should be looking to go short. So that was another confirmation for me when I went short, about 15, 20 minutes ago. And what it's done, it looked like it come up here and it's just bounced off of that 100. And then yes, you have a doji, which can often indicate a reversal in direction, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. I went short, I believe it was right here on this candle. Yeah, maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, but I was pretty confident that it was the bias is bearish today. So that's my 5 minute chart. Then of course I have the 8 EMA. So for me, when it breaks below the 8 EMA after a doji, then that's confirmation to go short or vice versa to go long. But I need this, if all of this was happening above the 100, then I would be looking for a long trade. But all of this is happening below the 100, so I'm looking for a short trade. And let me go over and see if that didn't screw up my streaming, did it? Did anybody see the 5 minute chart? Yeah, I think you did. I just caught it there. Okay, good, 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 good. Sometimes it's sometimes it doesn't work, or sometimes I click the wrong thing. That's a possibility. Takes me a while to wake up over here. Okay, so I'm at my entry point. Yay! I could have waited a little bit on that, I guess. It always does that though, doesn't it? You're never gonna, you're rarely, let's say rarely, or you're rarely gonna take a trade and it just goes straight into profit and never comes back. That doesn't happen. That's not reality. That's not real trading. It just goes up and down. The market just moves. It's not fair. It's not unfair. It just moves. So now I'm in good profit here. See if I can. Now we're going the right direction. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. So the first take profit is 46.70, and I believe that's just by default where my take profit goes. I just click one time. I click sell, and it automatically puts my take profit and stop loss into place. And I just want to look over at my MT5. Give me a moment, guys, and see what the support level is telling me here. Where's the first support level on my indicator? 4661 on my MT5 indicator. And I have my take profit just a little bit above that. And it should be showing me on here, but I don't have it on that chart. That's just at a support level there. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, support one. Now let's see what we get. Okay, 4660. Yeah, okay. And if it's going to come down, it's likely to go at least to that first support level where it's already been before, and it's going to go again. Commodities, currencies, indexes, they love to go where they've been before. And this is, we have a nice, well, a big ass candle. Look at that. And it's a bearish engulfing so far. Still another 2 minutes to go, but looking like a big ass bearish engulfing candle. And so it likes to go where it's been before, and that was 4660. So I think I'll move my take profit down to 4661, get a few more dollars out of it. Give me a second where I'll go and adjust my take profit. 4660. We'll put 4662 in case it doesn't quite get there. And I changed that already. Okay. If it continues down or the rest of the morning, then that's exactly where it's likely to go. And then eventually, of course, I'll move my stop loss below break even, but not yet. I don't have enough breathing space yet. Well, yeah, I didn't. You're surprised it didn't go higher first. Yeah. Good morning, Ficky Zolo Excellence. Did I say that right? Ficky Zolo Excellence. Good morning, wherever you are. Where are you watching from? Yeah, well, Raj, sometimes that on the hour, it oftentimes, more times than not, it will completely reverse. More times than not. Sky, good morning, Sky. Yeah, we've got a lot of people tuning in here today and commenting. Let me know where you're watching from if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the streamline. I'm here every day, Monday to Friday at the same time, and always on the same chart, XAU USD with a 10-minute time frame. And for those of you that have just come in a little bit late, I have a short trade. My entry price was right here on this candle, and I'm short on gold right now with my stop loss up here at 47.30, and that is $20 away, 200 pips away. And then my take profit is down here at 46.62. That's at the first support level. But as we know, the Asia market, Singapore, Shanghai, sometimes it's got small candles, moves slow. So we just have to wait for this to play out and see if it's going to continue down here and give me some more profit. And if it continues down and gets right in this area here, then I will add to a winning trade. Right now, I'm just below break even and it's hesitating. So, Raj, you're surprised that it didn't go higher. Well, the Singapore opened at 47.06 and it went up to 47.23. So that's like a $17 move on the first two candles. If it's bearish, that's a pretty good sweep if it's going to turn bearish. But if it's bearish, if the bias is truly bearish, then it really shouldn't go any higher than that. Anyway, so this nice bearish engulfing candle, big ass red candle. Now it's come back up here to respect the trend line. All right, respecting the trend line there, and maybe starting back down a little bit deeper into profit. Let's see what happens. Oh, from Nigeria. Yeah, we get a lot of people tuning in from Nigeria, but it's very early in the morning for you. Oh, and Musiba also from Nigeria. That's cool. Hey guys, let me just bring you up to date here on my. If you want to contact me directly, you can message me on Telegram. My Telegram ID right there you see on the screen is at RickRayFX, and I will add you to my Telegram group. We have a chat group with the traders who are here also on YouTube and some that are not on YouTube, but from all over the world, 25 different countries. And I have a lot of people in there from Nigeria in that Telegram group. It's a chat group for traders. So if you want to be in that Telegram group, just message me here on Telegram at RickRayFX, and I'll add you to that group. Yeah, I think it must be really early there in Nigeria. I don't know what time it is, but it must be early. Oh, you can't sleep, so you decided to join the live. Well, that's cool. It's
Look at
not
me.
cool that you couldn't sleep, but it's cool that you decided to join us. So it's come up here and just touching the trend line. Now I'm in a little bit of a loss. And let's see what it's going to do. This is the way the Asian market is. It most of the time it's slow moving. It plays around with you. Sometimes you can get good direction, but today we're not getting real clear direction. We're getting a lot of sideways. Ever since the market opened, we've just gone sideways, up and down, up and down, up and down. Don't tell me we're going to get a bullish engulfing channel, bullish engulfing candle. It looks like it. Oh, goodness me. Wow. Still got another 5 minutes on that candle. Yeah, me too, I didn't expect that bounce. I thought we might get another bearish candle. What's it doing on the 5 minute? Jump over there and see my 5 minute chart. Okay, well, it's still below the 100, but it did break above my 8 EMA, and it's on the 5 minute chart. That's a big bullish engulfing candle. If you follow those formations, some people really they follow the formations very strictly. Head and shoulders, rising star, morning star, three galloping horses, or something like that. Three white knights, I think that's what it is. I don't follow those. I like the doji. That's a pretty reliable candle formation. The doji. You got four types of doji. You've got the regular doji, then the long-legged doji, the graveyard doji, and the dragonfly doji. And they're pretty reliable. They indicate indecision in the market, and it can either indicate a continuation of direction or reversal of direction. It indicates indecision. So the 5 minute candle's got another 4 minutes on it. It's trying to come back down. Ranging market. Oh, who is it we got here? Trade King. Hey, Trade King. Where are you watching from? I haven't seen you in here before. Why are you saying bloody hell, Raj? Did you go short? Anybody join me on this short trade? I took it just before the Singapore market opened. I went short right here on this candle. And then it's going boom, 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 boom. Oh, me. And hey, guys, by the way, if you do join the Telegram group, several of the people in our YouTube are also in there. And I like to compliment Raj from New Zealand because he always posts the latest breaking news, which can really have a big influence on the movement of gold as well as other things. And so if you're in the Telegram group, you'll always get the latest breaking news. He's always very aware of that and posts it in the Telegram group. So that's one big advantage to being in the Telegram group. You can also chat with other traders, ask them about trades. You can ask me about things. I post the high impact news every day in the Telegram group, so you'll be aware of that from forexfactory.com. And today we have some inflation data a little bit at 7:30. It's 7:30 p.m. Thailand time. Okay, be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local time. That's 1 hour before Wall Street opens. Is the inflation data is coming out, and tonight there's no unemployment claims. It's that's usually every Thursday, like clockwork, but it's not showing up on Forex Factory. I don't know why. Yeah, guys, if you got a trade open or you have some bias here on what you think gold is going to do, share your comments in the chat here on the live stream. A lot of people come back and look at the recording, and that does help other traders. We're getting a lot of just this is just a range movement today, sideways movement, no real clear direction. We know the markets are generally in turmoil. It's not easy trading right now. I'll be honest with you. I never say trading is easy anyway. Trading is not easy. It takes time. It takes years to become successful as a trader. Of course, everybody has different learning abilities, but we're seeing sideways movement today. Although my bias is bearish, on the weekly chart, gold is bearish. On the daily chart, it's neutral. On the 4 hour chart, it's bullish. So that tells you right there, there's no clear direction. And it all really is hinging on the war in the Middle East. Now, yesterday, gold just went up like a rocket, and that was because they came to this ceasefire agreement. Go back and look at yesterday, the entire day. There we go. Gold took off like a rocket because of the ceasefire. That's good news for gold yesterday. But then last night, the Iranians closed the Strait of Hormuz again. They only let two tankers out, and then Israel is bombing Lebanon, and Iran said no, 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 we want a full ceasefire. So they closed the strait again, and that is bearish for gold, as you see here, very bearish for gold. So everything that the movement of gold is really totally dependent on the uh, situation in the Middle East. Totally dependent on that. Mm. And the strait is closed right now. So we don't know what's going to unfold. We don't know what's going to happen. It's just a day by day situation. And Trade King is going to wait for a clear breakout. Yeah, okay. A clear breakout above what? Above or below what? Do you have a target price that you're looking for a breakout above or a breakout below? Let us know in the chat what you're doing, what your plan is. I'll share my trade with you. As you can see on here, I'm not suggesting or recommending you take the same trade or that you see markets the same way that I do. It's up to you to manage your own account, to trust your strategy, and to use good risk management. Always protect your capital. Always use a stop loss. See, I got a stop loss up here. This is $20 away from my entry point. Just accept the fact that you will have losses in trading. Nobody wins 100% of the time. That's impossible. But we just trust our strategy and we win most of the time if you have a good strategy. I have one strategy, one time frame, one asset. I only trade gold, always on the trend line strategy, and the 10-minute time frame is where I take my trade. Now, of course, I will look at other time frames to get a clear indication, if I can, of what the direction is. Yes, I believe, one, I do believe we're going to continue to lower prices, but that's all hinging on what happens in the Middle East. Are they going to continue to keep the Strait of Hormuz closed? That is bad for gold, and it's good for oil. Oil is going up. If the price of oil keeps going up, gold is going to keep going down. And you look at oil here. This is today. This is right now. The price of oil continues up. It dropped down to $86 yesterday. It dropped way down there yesterday. And then they closed the strait, and then immediately the price of oil started to go back up. So if the price of oil goes up, gold will go down. But that's all hinging on what happens in the Middle East. So I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't have a crystal ball. I do have, but it's out for maintenance right now. And we're getting another doji here on the 10-minute time frame. And it's come up to my, on the 5-minute chart, it's come up and touched the 100 again. 100, I would say we might possibly go to a little bit higher prices. and it's trying to go up. Oh boy. So we had a high today of 4723.5, and it looks like it might break above that right now. Maybe, maybe not. We still have 3 minutes left on this candle here. This one right here, still 3 minutes left. So I assume, Raj, that you took a short trade? Nah, coming for your stop. No. Well, if it does, it does. We know we will have some losses. Really just sideways, hey. Red, green, green, red, green, green. These are the kind of trades we don't want to get trapped in. But, it's really, really difficult to avoid a sideways move. You would have thought that on this bearish engulfing that that was a good indication of continuing lower prices, but it didn't happen. It gave all of that back in the very next candle. And I know the trend lines are, they're right here. I will adjust these after this trade is finished. Then I will adjust my trend lines. But for the moment, I keep the trend lines where they are until the trade is closed. So I can take a screenshot and I add that to my trading journal. So now I will always know that this is where I took the trade because it did a bounce from the trend line and started bearish. So I went short right here, and my stop loss is $20 away from my entry price. Another 45 seconds on this candle. This one seems to be respecting this previous high that we had here for the moment anyway. 47.22. And oh, what price is your stop loss, Raj? Okay, Trade King, that's a smart move. Wait for breakout and retest. Oh, here comes the sellers again. Oh, really? What are you looking at the 5 minute chart, Raj? Let me go over and, well, on my 5 minute chart, it's trying to break above the 100 moving average, and it's not 47.23 and breaking above that. $2 away from my stop loss. No, $7 away. Footprint chart. Don't have any idea what that is. There's so many different types of strategies and charts. Howard uses the Elliott wave and a couple of other things, I believe. So now we got a new high here of 4724.6 and another 8 minutes on this candle. And still got 10 people watching. So guys, if you're here, don't forget to click that like button. That does help the YouTube algorithm, and I appreciate it very much. Gold is a good asset to learn from. Shows the exact orders hitting the bid and ask and the aggression associated with the move. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Yes, Vicky, the markets are not against us. Don't ever think that. The market's not trying to get you. It doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care if you have a trade open or if you don't have a trade open. It's not fair. It's not unfair. It just moves. Doesn't care how much money you have or don't have. Now getting a really small candle here, eh? 4723.5. What is oil doing? Oh, oil is coming down. Oh, okay. Maybe there any breaking news? Did they open up the Strait of Hormuz again? Oh boy, that's just constantly changing all the time. Really important to be aware of what's going on in the Middle East because that's definitely affecting the movement of gold and oil. So I am now $13 away from my entry point, and we are 6 minutes away from the top of the hour. And let's see what the 1 hour chart looks like. Oh, look at that big green candle on the 1 hour chart. So if what we see typically, we get a reversal at the top of the hour. That's not unusual in the Asian market, Singapore and Shanghai. So let's see if we're going to get a reversal, then that will come back to the direction where we would like it to come back to. Yeah, sometimes you get on the hourly chart, you get a big green candle, and then on the top of the hour, then you get a big red candle, or vice versa. That's very common with the first couple of hours of the Singapore and Shanghai market. And it seems to have put on the brakes here. Got another 5 minutes on this candle. Let's see. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? Which way is it going to go, George? Yeah, looking at DXY, of course, that's important. Gold is paired with the US dollar. DXY, for those of you who don't know, is US dollar compared with six major currencies. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you very much for pushing the like button. Genuinely appreciate that. Thank you. No headlines. Thank you, Raj. Yep, maybe it would be nothing unusual if we get that reversal at the top of the hour. Another 4 minutes to go. I've been here for an hour already. Thank you guys for hanging in. Sometimes I don't stay this long. Yeah, it's put on the brakes here. Definitely has put on the brakes. 47.23. Let's look at the DXY right quick. Ah, oh, DXY coming down. If the dollar is bearish, then gold would be bullish. Hmm, interesting. And we got a high here today, and now it's turning around. But if gold is bearish, then the dollar should be going up. Uh-oh, 4724.6. And we got another 2.5 minutes before the top of the hour. Hey, yeah. Thank you, team. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. Also, I'll just remind people, have a lot of new people in here today. So if you're watching, be sure and check out my website. That is rickrayfx.com. You can find more information about trading. There's free indicators on the website. Also, a free trading course, 10 video tutorials, absolutely free, no obligation. You can find information about prop firm trading, rickrayfx.com. Oh, looks like it's going to whack my stop loss. 47.26, $3 away from my stop loss. And we got 1 more minute. If it hits the stop loss, then I'll just have to come back and regroup later. I usually come back in at the close of the Tokyo session, which is about 4 hours from now. Come back in, have a look. Maybe it's just doing a sweep now, and then we'll turn bearish later in the day. Another 8 seconds to go. Looks like it's going to go up there and hit that. $2 away from my stop loss. Oh, that is so close. Yeah, it's going to grab it, eh? 47.28. Sometimes you get a little bit of a wick and then it goes down. So what am I here? I'm 30, 20, 200 pips. Just wondering if I should move that couple dollars away, but I'm not going to. I've moved it already once. That's really all I want to risk on any one trade is $20. Yeah, you can see my entry point there on the chart, 47.10. It's trying to hold a. Oh, you moved your stop loss a little bit further away, yeah. And Trade King says we're going to 47.33. I've heard that number mentioned a few times. But initially, this first candle after the top of the hour is looking to be in our favor. Now, some of you might go short here, but I'm in a losing trade. You can see my entry point here. I'm in a losing trade. I don't add to a losing trade. If it breaks below my entry point and then continues down, I'll give it some breathing room and then I'll add to a winning trade. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 47.28. That doesn't look that doesn't look to be in my favor here. I'm gonna go just check out my 5-minute chart right quick. Okay. So the previous candle broke above the 100, but now this top of the hour here is trying to break back below the 100. I'm going to move that $2 away. Give me a second, guys. 47, 47.30, 47.32. Just give it a little bit more room to breathe. Okay. Generally, I won't move the stop loss, but we know, just from watching this so many times, day in and day out, when it's this close and usually the top of the hour, it really does like to reverse. So I wanted to give it just an extra couple of dollars of breathing space there. It's not going to dramatically add to my loss, so that's okay. Now, okay, 10-minute time frame. We've got a bearish engulfing candle so far. Still got still got 5 minutes to go, so anything can happen. But it looks like what do they say? The sellers are trying to jump in. Was that someone market orders 100? Wow. Was that a sell order, Raj? The sellers are really struggling. They're really struggling to push the price back down. And what's DXY doing? DXY trying to go back up now. Okay. Oh man, I got too many lines on my chart here. What's going on? Okay. No, they're not old. They're just, if this one after I just have to adjust them. I do it every day. This one goes all the way back to the monthly chart. Let's see what we got here. That's the pivot point for the day. Usually that's where it starts from, but we had a gap down here initially, and then I've got a resistance line up there. I don't need that resistance so far away. Get rid of that one. One resistance, one support. Okay. Come on. What's going on here? A lot of indecision today, eh? No real, no real strong breakout. I'll stick around another 2 minutes on this candle. Let's see what's going to happen. It can push down, but it hasn't done it yet. So, guys, those of you that are coming in late, I went short right here on this candle right here at 47.10. I had a bounce off of my trend line. It looked like it was going to turn bearish for the opening of the Asian market. And then Singapore and Shanghai opened and went away from me there. Then it turned around and came back down. I was in a little bit of a profit here, but then it gave all that back and getting very close to the stop loss, which is $22 away from my entry price. 30 seconds left on this candle. Go over and look at my 5 minute chart. It's still above the 100, just slightly above the 100. But a nice big wick on the 5 minute candle. Hey, come on down. Yeah, we've got a gravestone doji on the 5 minute chart. Vicky, do you have a trade open? You seem to be having a bearish mindset at the moment. Do you have a short trade open? Yeah, the sellers are trying. They're trying really hard. They're giving the bulls a big fight. It's a little bit encouraging here. We're starting off with our top of the hour reversal anyway. 47.21 right now, and we had a high of 47, almost 47.29. So it's dropped down $8. You have short stops. You mean Sell stops? Who is this? Tanvir Ahmed. Hey, Tanvir Ahmed. No running trade at the moment, Vicky. Okay. Tanvir Ahmed, where are you watching from? Don't think I've seen you in here before. Green, red, green. Oh boy. We're just doing what we do as traders, waiting, sitting on our hands and waiting. That's what we do 99% of the time. Getting excited here, nearly knocked my microphone off the desk. uh, Pending orders. Okay, yeah, that would be a sell stop or a buy stop. It's a pending order, or a sell limit or a buy limit. Oh, sell stops. Yeah. Okay. What price is your sell stop? Just curious. Like to know what everybody else is doing. This is my trade. I don't suggest or recommend you take the same trade. It's up to you. You can if you want to, but it's up to you to manage your own account and to use good risk management. I use this trend line strategy. That's what I'm trading on today. And I had a bounce off of the trend line and went short with my stop loss up above here at $22 away from my entry point in a loss at the moment. And I will not add to this losing trade. I don't care if I'm 100% sure it's going to go down. I will not add to a losing trade. Once it goes into profit and it has some breathing room, then I'll move my stop loss below break even and I'll add to a winning trade. Shorting from 4,800. Ruddy. Hey, Ruddy. There's another new guy. Where are you watching from, Ruddy? And you're shorting from 4,800. Wow. That would be last night, eh? Whoa. Good for you. 4,800. Whoa. Oh, way up here. You're shorting from there. Wow, you're in good profit right now. Well done. That is excellent. Shorting from 4,800. That would be 4,800 is up here. So that was about, oh, from the U.S. market last night. Super job. Well done. Hey, Raj, thanks for keeping track of all the new people. I don't count them. And your sell stop is at 47.11. That's okay. Well, that's where I got in the trade, 47.10. So you have a sell stop at 47.11. Boy, sometimes the waiting just is frustrating, eh? It's so boring. Sometimes trading is boring. Green, red, green, and still another 3 minutes on this green candle here. and it's still above my 100 simple moving average on the 5-minute chart. The sellers just cannot get control. The bulls are hanging on big time. They won't give it up. What's the Dow Jones doing, by the way? Oh, it's going down. Yeah, it came down during the U.S. session, went up, then came down again. Now it's going down. Stock market is down, so gold should also be down. And the S&P 500 is not open right now. DXY is coming down. That's not good. That means gold is going up. Usually, sometimes gold and the DXY will go the same direction, but normally not. They shouldn't do that. They should go opposite directions. So I'm going to hang in here for this one last candle. I don't usually stay this long, but we've got such a good crowd today. It's been really great. Yes, patience. Patience is the key to success. It really is. Patience is the key to success in trading. Yeah, define your risk. That's what I do also. Always my stop loss is 15 to $20 away from the entry point. I just moved it up a little bit today, just $2, just to give it a little bit of breathing room. If I get stopped out, well, I get stopped out. This trade didn't work. And if you're taking bets, would you bet that the next candle is going to be red? Green, red, green, red? Another 10 seconds. Oh, come on. Unbelievable. The buyers are just too strong today. We're not getting our top of the hour reversal. No, this is not looking to be in my favor. Still, still staying above the 100 on the 5-minute chart. It's also above my 8 exponential moving average. Unless we just had something dramatic here in the next few minutes, I would say. 47.28 is our high for the day. 47.29. Just making a new price structure right here. And then it's either going to break out and go up, or it's going to break out and go down. Yeah, every time it looks good, the buyers jump in there. They don't want to let it go today. And are really struggling right now. and still got 10 people in the room. Been a great session today. Okay, guys, I'm going to close out here. Thank everybody for being here. I really appreciate all the comments and all the likes, and great to see all the new people in the group. Remember, I'm here every Monday to Friday at the same time. I don't usually stay this long, but it's been exciting. So let's just see how it plays out. I wish you all the best with your trading today. Wherever you are in the world, have a great day, and I'll see you again next time.